All right, welcome in, folks, to the Can We Kick It podcast. I'm your co-host Mike, along with Chuck here. What is going on, my man?
Happy 2026.
Man, we are into the new year, new shows, old shows, new seasons. It's been all over the place. We haven't podcasted since December 4th, I believe it is. I was on Spotify listening to little Bill Simmons, and I was like, oh, let me look at the pod. And it was like last episode, December 4th, and I was like, damn, all right, we're behind.
That's probably the longest we've ever gone without it.
I think so.
So,
Yeah, it's been a while. There's so much stuff on. There's a lot of shows that finished. Like, did we even finish talking about Pluribus?
no,
That
we
show
didn't talk.
was incredible.
Yeah, we didn't finish Pluribus. We never even talked about Stranger Things.
Yeah, yeah,
I think at this point, the Stranger Things talk is past. I mean, there's
yeah.
no. What was your overall feeling on the season as a whole and how Netflix released it?
I like the release schedule.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that they had like middle-aged people play kids. Um, uh, I thought more people were gonna die
Yeah.
from the friend group, from the Losers Club. Than actually did. But I thought it was a nice way to wrap up the show. I liked the little peek ahead. Will's writing fan fiction erotica about him and 11. I thought it was a cool show. I liked it.
Oh, you mean Mike or Will?
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, Will is in New York, just living his best life, bro.
hanging out at
Uh,
Lipsticks, having a good time, listening to the New York Dolls. He's living the life.
yeah. No, I think it wrapped it up in the most 80s way. I mean, the crux of it, it was basically an 80s genre show, and it evolved a little bit during the four seasons and then or fifth, 5 seasons, and it came back kind of around. Um, and finished up with like that nostalgia piece, and then where's everybody now? Um, So yeah, I you know expected more deaths and more fallout, but it was very it was satisfying enough.
Yeah,
It's so hard to end a show like major show like that.
Game
You're
of
never gonna
Thrones
make anybody
knows
happy.
how that goes. Yeah,
Yeah, and Game of Thrones, Dexter, like those are two. Lost, those are like three that come to mind that no one most people aren't happy about, and I liked all three
yeah.
of the those endings. So
I
but
would want to play baseball for Steve the Hair Harrington. I don't know why he's coaching baseball when he played basketball, but I
yeah, they
loved it.
never once showed him like as a baseball player. Like they
Yeah,
never showed
never.
baseball at all. And like, I mean, he could at least been coaching like youth, like rec league basketball. But
Yeah,
uh, I guess you wouldn't expect Derek. He makes a perfect catcher.
dude. And then Will's brother, the one that's like the movie guy who's making the anti-capitalist, like he's making softcore porn in Hollywood. Is that what he's doing? That's what I got
And
out of that.
is it in New York or is he in LA? I
I
can't
don't
remember
know.
where he was.
It sounded
It's,
horrible.
I lost the plot when uh Robin and Jonathan and Nancy were sitting on the rooftop, like uh but I think he was in New York and she was in New York and Ron was in Pennsylvania or something. But I mean, yeah, I think that was a little interesting, but
It was
it
different.
was nice. Robin had a nice ode to Nancy, things like, I thought you'd become a Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
It's like it was a good little nod to how absurd, like how Nancy became like one of the best marksmen, and she became fucking American Sniper. like
How was
like
she
Bradley
didn't
Cooper.
she should have been the one wind up teaching like PE in high school, and she's like, I could see her like on her first day like dodgeball, she's got a ball under her arm, and some
Yeah,
little kids like, oh, they're mean to me. She's like, get up, fatso. Like that would have been hilarious.
but yeah, and then Pluribus, man, that was kind of a revelation of a show. It started off very, very fast paced, very kind of normal zombie-ish, not normal, but like very typical. Here's a zombie problem, and then it became like kind of a show of daily monotony in operations in like this happiness zombie world.
Yeah.
Um,
You think
but
you're alone and unhappy now? Wait till everybody leaves you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That show was so good where and then they bring in the guy from Chile or where I can't remember now where he was from,
yeah, yeah,
and he's like trying to convince her, and then she goes off to be alone with her chaperone, basically living like a relationship in all the best places, and then realizes like yeah they're actively trying to convert her, and then she comes back and like she has an atom bomb like dropped on the driveway. It's
yeah.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting how season two goes from here. So, um, yeah, I mean, it looked like she was gonna, I mean, they talked, there was already some people that were converted to, having the surgery or whatever for them to change them into happiness zombies. And, the guy makes the trek all the way from Chile or Peru or wherever he's from and gets there. And then she's in love with her, well, the world, but,
yeah.
her, her indentured servant, um, I forget her name, but
Yeah, the guy from Peru, his name was like Manusos or something like that. Like I liked
yeah,
the episode. They had an episode where he like treks all the way from like there to the US on as far as he could get on his own. And then he takes on medical debt and an ambulance to get the rest of the way. But I thought that was pretty cool. It's a different way to think about zombies, alien invasion, and things like that. So yeah, it was a really good show. I'm looking forward to season two. It's gonna be a bang.
yeah. I think the best part, which some people may find the worst part, is like how, you know, detailed it was in certain regards of like where they had when the world was mad at her and they would didn't answer, but she left a voicemail and she called 30 times and every time it went through the same voicemail and she would leave the voicemail. So, I mean, just most shows wouldn't do that. And, but I thought that was really cool because it was like you're getting every little detail of what's happening. So,
Yeah,
it's
people
definitely a
just being
revelation.
repetitive. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what life is series of repetitive actions. And then with sprinkle of, fairy dust and
yeah.
excitement. So, but yeah, it was something that wasn't on my radar at all. And then until it became a very hot show and it was nice. It was a good mix at the end of the year, I think.
Yeah, it was a good one. I liked how the last thing I'm gonna say about Pluribus is how they got the like the woman in like Central or South America like to convert was they had like the canister brought and it was like gas. And it made me think of like Parks and Rec where how like Tom ordered a martini and it was like like gas inside a crystal ball. And I was wondering if they developed it into like taking a shot of like vodka as a flash of light. Like that could be
Yeah.
the next like transformation. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
So yeah, those are two shows we hadn't talked about that ended, but it was good TV to watch. And then we've got a couple of shows going on right now. I don't know if you're
Yeah,
watching
what are
anything
we
else.
watching? What are we watching now?
We're watching Landman season two. Um, Industry just started back.
Yep.
The Pit season two, which I finally got you hooked on that,
Hmm.
and then Fallout season two. Those are the big four that I've got on the
Yeah.
books.
Same, same. Boy, I'm sure glad that I used like the last month to watch The Pit. Um, I don't know. Next week we'll be doing our top 10 of 2025 and kind of our, normal list of what we watched and our favorites and our honorable mentions. I don't know if The Pit will be number one, but it will be on there.
It's
Um,
it's in the
that show
top.
is fantastic.
So good. And the
And I'm not
second
a
season
medical
has
show
started off
person.
just as good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a medical show person, but I love the concept of, you know, 15 episodes season one. Every hour was, or every episode was an hour in the day at the hospital. And, it looks like season two, they start off like 10 months past where they ended.
Yeah, something like that.
Uh,
Yeah.
because I think Langdon says, you know, like he went to rehab and he did this, and it was like 10 months. I think he referenced like 10 months in the
Yeah.
show. Um, and Dr. Robbie's gonna take it's his last day at the ER. So we get a whole season of him at his last day in the pit, for a sabbatical. So,
Yeah. And
which for us as the audience, season three, I'm sure he'll be back, you know.
exactly. Yeah, he'll be back. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I mean, just I like how the show ended with like there was like the mass shooting, which was horrible.
Yeah,
The like Pit Con or whatever, Pit Fest or whatever they
yeah,
called their Pittsburgh Concert Fest. But
yeah,
this one opens up on July 4th, and immediately I looked at Jackie when it started and was like, "Oh, we're gonna see some missing digits with fireworks coming out of this bad boy."
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's gonna be good. And he's on sabbatical, but like I like how he like rode his motorcycle in, like following the ambulance. It doesn't have his helmet on. It's like this guy's an ER doctor. He probably
Yeah.
sees like motorcycle accidents all the time. So the show's
Well,
really coming off of out of left field. It's great.
and in this episode, there was a guy with that fell off his bike and had a bike injury, and different doctors were like, "Did you have a helmet on?" He's like, "No," and then they like basically like, "You always need to have your helmet." And I mean, I mean, I guess they connected that, and
Yeah,
but man, that's what's gonna happen. Like I'm calling it now. The finale of the season is Dr. Robbie's like, you know, they like go to the park to have a beer, uh and last the finale of the last year, he's walking off down the road. This time he's gonna be on the motorcycle, like with a beer in his hand, being like, yeah, and then like the car's gonna go sideswipe. he's gonna he's
yeah,
gonna be in the ER.
he's gonna get tobied. He's gonna make it down to Cancun and then break his back on the first day zip lining. Yeah, that's he's
Yeah,
and then next season will be he's the patient, like getting all the
yeah,
treatment in the pit. I
and
love
and
how
Lang
this. Oh, good.
and Langdon steals medication from him like next season.
He's like payback now.
Yeah,
I like the interns, and they've introduced a couple of new ones, but they're all moving up a little bit. They've done a little
yeah,
bit of residents, but I like each character individually. Like it's a really good cast.
yeah. Yeah, and I mean, the guy who plays the hayseed from Nebraska,
Yeah,
Whitaker, I really like his character, and then even Trinity Santos, and the young one that the mom's Dr. Ravati.
yeah.
That I mean, I think that's very well cast, and the interns are great, the residents are great, the recurring patients are great. Um,
The homeless guy who smells, and then like the guy that lives on the street who's an alcoholic. Like so
yeah,
many great
but
reoccurring guys.
I have to say, my favorite. Well, you have to tell me who your favorite character is. My favorite character is the charge nurse, Dana.
Oh
She's
yeah,
the only one that talks in like a
a Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh
accent.
accent, and she gets punched last season, and she's just like, she's just a badass, and it's really, I love it when she's on screen. It's my
She's amazing.
favorite
Yeah,
part. Yeah.
incredible. I think her and Noah Wiley, I think both won Emmys last year.
Ah, okay.
So
I
they
heard Noah Wiley did. Yeah, that's
yeah,
great that she did. I
I
think
think
she
I think
deserves
she
it.
did. I may be wrong, but and they've already been picked up for season three, so it's off
Yeah,
to a really good start for this show. Um, and yeah, she's the only one with a Pittsburgh accent. That's hilarious.
but I mean, it could make sense. I mean, most doctors and stuff are like,
From other places, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But definitely looking forward to how this show turns out. I mean, the second episode of this season just comes out today, so yeah, it's going to be great.
yeah.
Have
And then,
you?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Anything else for the pit?
No, I'm excited. I mean, I'm rolling right into it because I just finished season one. and I didn't even know season two was out. I finished it, and you're like, "We just watched the first episode of season two." I was like, "Perfect."
Yeah, you blew through it quick. Yeah, you like
Yeah,
blew through like 7 episodes in a day. It was so good.
yeah, yeah. One of the days over the break, I watched like 6 or 7 episodes
Yeah,
in a day. It's great.
so good. Um, you've been watching Fallout? I want to get your take on this
Yeah.
season.
Well, I like it. I think I like it more than probably you and Marcos do.
Yeah,
Um, I watched the first season. I binged it um at like beginning of December. Or no, like maybe October, November of last year. And so I kind of like second screened a lot of it, and but I you know could follow what's going on in the story and everything. And I watched like all the episodes over like 2 days in the first night. So um it's not as good as the first one so far, but I think the first one you spent a lot of time in the vault
yeah,
and the background story, and now we're kind of like, I think I about halfway through episode 5, which is a recent one, and they're like just getting to Vegas,
yeah,
and it's more like of an I mean, it's really like an adventure story, and there's a bunch of different characters, and they meet different people along the way. Um, so it's nothing like, I mean, I think it doesn't go as deep, like, or maybe it's starting to with this episode, like Justin Theroux's character that's behind all this. So like you're getting some more of the background. Um, so that's kind of cool. I think we'll start to see more, but it's been very, very, very like surface level, just
yeah,
kind of like like a weekly adventure show so far. It is cool to see like Bud and the like people that were frozen in
yeah,
time till then, they're out like exploring, and now they're at the Vault-Tec building in California or something. And I don't know, I made it halfway through the last episode, and he's like, one of the guys is like, "Oh, hey, Rose," like the receptionist is like, and he just makes like, she was kind of a bitch or something, but he says something like, um, because they're just out of their cryo frozen
yeah,
state. But I'm interested to see where that goes. To be fair, I'm not that interested in like the whole Titus and the the guy from the
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 the,
head
the
of
becoming
E-Corp from
ghoul.
Mr. Robot, like
Yeah,
and that whole the factions of the, I really, I want to see more. I mean, I like the uh Lucy and Walton Goggins, and like um and because I'm kind of watching it for just like that little their little adventure, so I'm really not
yeah.
too invested in the Titus story with the robots and the
Kumail
factions of that.
Nanjiani coming out
So
of left
yeah.
field, being
That
the
that
emissary.
was odd, but I'm glad they kind of killed him real quick, and he's just like this kind of douchey
Yeah,
head from the head office. But
yeah. It's
um
it's it's a hard show to adapt, I think, into you know streaming content because it's a big world. There's a lot of canon. There's a lot of lore,
yeah,
and I think that's what they're struggling with is building the world outside of the vault. We see the Iron Brotherhood, and then
yeah,
there's the two people, the New California Republic or whatever,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then the Legionnaires or whatever the Caesar-esque guys. Like we're going
yeah,
back in time here, people. Like we went post-apocalyptic, but now we're going back in times in terms of military. Um,
yeah,
and I'm sure they're all just kind of like Easter eggs, but yeah, the Titus storyline with the Iron Brotherhood or whatever. I like how they operate and they have the
yeah,
airships and all that stuff, but
yeah,
I don't care about the little ghoul kids. Um, like Kumail Nanjiani I liked his guest appearance, his cameo.
yeah,
But I'm with you. I'm definitely more of give me more Walton Goggins and Lucy. Um, you don't have to build the whole world yet. And I like that they showed like the Battle of Alaska, where Goggins was like when he was in the military
Yeah,
and was like
yeah,
in the suit and like faced the Death Claw, which I didn't know came before the end of the world, but um
yeah,
give me more of that. Like I Goggins is like the star of the show. No offense to Lucy's actress, but I
yeah,
mean he's 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 the Mandalorian of the Fallout world. That's what we're doing here, people.
yeah.
So
Yeah, no, and I mean, I think there has been some good pieces of this, and like you mentioned, I really like some of the flashback pieces this season as well. So I think, I think this is maybe a show to judge as a whole, and I think, as we kind of like, I'm just thinking of Silo, which I read all the books, and I
yeah,
think you read the first book, and it's like, you know, the TV show part, there was a lot of there was to me at least like some good episodes and some average episodes and but like the whole story like when you look at it as a whole story it's great so I think that's and it's intriguing and I think that's where this is but it still needs I think it needs more but I think it seems like it maybe will head in that direction
yeah.
where as we're getting more of the background
It's
and
hard
then
to go back to where you were when you're trying to progress a story. Like back in the vault,
yeah
they're doing this, and like they're run by the one-eyed chick, and she's conspiring with
yeah
the other vault. It's hard to care about
yeah
that when the anchor characters have left. And I
yeah
think
and I'm not
I was thinking of Silo the same. Like as
yeah
soon as like Juliet leaves the original Silo,
yeah
other than Tim Robbins, do I even and Common, do I even care about the old Silo at this point?
Yeah, and I mean, that's like, yeah, the old vault stuff, the original vault that Lucy left, and now Bud, I call him Bud, I guess that's his
Yeah.
name, her brother. Like, I don't really care what's happening at those two vaults. I mean, we know the vaults, what they were designed to do and what's going on with that, and kind of some of the history. So, um, but yeah,
Yeah.
so,
It's an
uh,
interesting show. They're taking it in some cool directions. They got some cool stuff. So it's
yeah,
definitely a keep watching.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's in the weekly recap.
And we talked a little bit of I mean, we were talking at the very beginning, Landman, right?
Yeah,
So let me ask you a question.
hit
Is
me.
this show really bad or really good or just entertaining? I mean, like, or really entertaining?
It's really entertaining.
Yeah. I think that's it. It's really I mean, the last episode I saw, you saw episode 9, so you talk about it a little more, but episode 8, it's just like, they introduced Sam Elliott this season as Billy Bob's father, TL. And Billy Bob, I mean, Sam Elliott's character, like, his dialogue is awful. And he sounds, Sam Elliott has a very distinct sound, and he sounds like that. But it's like they told him, hey, pretend you got marbles in your mouth
Yeah,
so nobody can understand half the shit you say.
yeah,
And like I'm watching him, he's in the bowl, like, and it seems like to get worse or so maybe it's part of a trend of him like going down, like with his age and all that, but in his like, um, his health. But it's just like, but it's super entertaining. I mean, like I could have watched the stripper hold him in the pool like for like 5 minutes. It's just like they, for whatever reason, they both looked like super happy. Like
yeah,
she should be really annoyed, but she looked like she was like, "This is the greatest day of my life." Like the look on her face, and yeah. But I mean, it's just like it's absurd. It's entertaining. Freaking, uh, you have to suspend some disbelief, So like, just having a discussion with some people, that were uh not from Texas. And so like, hey, they thought like some of the cheerleading stuff and her TCU interview and like, no, this would happen here. Like that's not out of the ordinary. Like this would happen. Like a lot of the shit's happening out there, but where they go to like Ainsley's in the casino, like at the fucking tables as like a 17-year-old. Wouldn't happen at any
Never,
casino
never,
in the country.
never.
Like,
We're not
yeah,
putting our casino like gambling license on the line.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
never.
There's
Yeah.
0%. So like, I mean, I'm like sitting there going the whole time, and then like they win like $340,000.
Yeah. Yeah, she just keeps throwing on like black or
Black,
red on
yeah.
the table, and I'm like, yeah, that's
I,
what I do, but I'm not throwing 90 grand down. Like, get out of here.
yeah, and it's like everyone that she won was black, so like
Yeah,
she never like, but yeah, I mean I mean but it's wildly entertaining. Like
it is.
I don't even have my phone. Like I'm like glued to the screen.
Yeah,
Um, you know, it's super super entertaining.
it's entertaining. The story is insane. Like this season, like Billy Bob is working with Cammy, who now runs the company because John Hamm died. Spoiler alert
Yeah.
for those who haven't seen the end of last season, but and apparently they're missing like 400 million from the books because uh Monty was like playing shuffleboard with it and moved it
He
over
was Bernie
here.
Madoffing basically. Like he was borrowing
Basically,
money, it's like
guy was
um
had a house of cards. Yeah.
yeah.
And like talked the insurance company into like giving the money directly to him instead of like cutting a check, and like highly unethical, illegal shit is going
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
And they're worried about like getting this gas like rig put up in the Gulf, which, dude, we haven't even talked about Joe Dirt like coming out from like the UK. Uh was an engineer at BP. I can't remember. I think they said BP,
BP. Yeah.
and like worked in the
Yeah.
North Sea and now works onshore in Midland and like is now going to consult for them how to put a gas well in the Gulf.
Now, and this is another where you have to suspend belief, right?
Yeah.
Because like they bring him to the meeting with Cammy, and they're like they had a whole fucking plane ride that they wouldn't conversate and say, "Hey, dumbass geologist, we're not going through with this." And the story that you tell with the data is this is not a smart play. We need
Yeah.
to we're and then instead they're like, you know what? We're we'll let him just do whatever he wants.
Just pitch. Yeah.
And then he's like he pulls out charts like that there's no way Cammy would even understand.
No.
It's like, oh, we're gonna find the gas is there, we just gotta find it. And it's like, let's do it. Because
Yeah.
what if we don't got our word? Like in her horrible Texas accent. It's just like,
Oh. Yeah,
I
that
mean,
that
I
guy
don't
is
even think
like,
Joe Dirt is from England. Like, I want to see if the actor is really English because his accent is awful too.
oh, sorry, yeah, if
Uh,
he's from England, it's Joseph Dirt. I forgot. It's much more formal.
Sir Joseph Dirt
The third.
Third of Cornwall.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then they like fly everybody down to, I'm guessing, Fushan to watch this rig come out of like the Mississippi. And they've
yeah,
got like a tent and caviar and everything, which I found it also hilarious that Billy Baton Rouge didn't fly down with them. Like the lawyer said bye and he left, and I thought, oh, they're gonna meet at the airport. And he's like
yeah.
already on the rig. Like when he drove down there, like what, like I it made no sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he took his own plane, like
Yeah.
or he had to go get his uh
And so
yeah,
yeah,
he had to
there's all
go get
this
his truck.
tension between like Cammy and Billy Bob, and now Andy Garcia from the cartel is getting involved. And it's all about the line between luck and greed and all this other stuff. Like Tommy has a really good like monologue, as he usually does per episode, about like luck and greed, and
Yeah, yeah.
it'll be interesting to see where it goes. There's like 2 episodes left, I think, for this season. No, one.
One, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the finale is Sunday night.
So I expect a lot of fireworks. I think, yeah, you like, I think you're still going through this episode for this week's, but
Yeah,
Angela drops Ainsley off for like a week long like cheer conference, and
yeah,
Angela's like losing her shit over a week. I'm just
yeah.
like,
And she's
she's
supposed to go to college next year,
yeah, and she like has to live in the dorms. It's like, oh my God, to have a fucking margarita. Sorry.
oh wait, I saw like the first 5 or 10 minutes of it. Yeah, and they were like, "Honey, you're gonna have to live in the dorm," and like it's like okay, and it's like the yeah the it, but I mean, she just seems like she'd be like a real life Fort Worth, Dallas mom. Like you could
100%.
see that happening. Um,
She's
but yeah,
the same character that went from Varsity Blues. Like she wound
yeah,
up meeting somebody in the oil and gas industry and then moved to Fort Worth. Like she's the
yeah,
same character. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so I can't wait for the finale
Yeah.
and we'll see what happens and hopefully Billy Baton Rouge, like he wasn't on Deepwater Horizon and now
Sure.
he's on this rig and like we don't have a Macondo incident.
It's bad. I'm gonna say. I kind of wish he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
His
Yeah.
his mullet is horrible with his like pompadour, like 3, 5, 6 inches of hair. It's horrible, dude. Like,
It's
and then he
but I
beds
mean
the
that's
lawyer.
yeah, that's what makes the show like so fantastic. Like and so amazingly fun to watch just
Yeah,
how wild it is and
it's
like
wild.
a lot of it is believable so it's yeah, I mean it's a great like kind of like pleasure watch
Yeah.
so
Oh,
um
I say this every time we talk about Landman. There's no way that Cooper's girlfriend, soon to be fiance, has ever had a baby. Like
yeah,
he is in way too good a shape to be a mom. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
yeah, and like at least show her at the gym with like Ainsley and Angela at some
Just give
point
me a
if
10
you
minute
really
running
think
on the
of like
treadmill. That's it.
if that's what she looks like after having a baby like within the last year or whatever how old the baby is like
And going
uh,
through grief and depression? No way.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous but
Entertaining. Entertaining for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
So
um
oh
and
yeah,
then
my last
yeah, go
theory for
ahead.
Landman is that so TL has a physical therapist that's a stripper. My
Yeah.
money is on that Nate, the lawyer who's all uptight and stuff around the house, winds up dating her. I got money on that. Yeah. I downloaded what do they call it? Kalshi, whatever it is.
Policy, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've got money that Nate hooks up with the stripper.
that'd be hilarious. We see it like in the finale he's like betting her when he like just leaves money on the table for her to take.
He's a huge degenerate. Yeah.
And he needs it. He's so like
He's he's wound tight.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So, Landman, hilarious. Got to suspend belief. That takes us into industry.
yeah. So yeah, I think I'm a little ahead of you. I watched the first episode in full. Um, we have we didn't have a lot of background related to season three, really. Um, this the episode ends with finally seeing Kit Harington, who played the head of whatever green investment company, green energy company. I forget the name of it from last season.
Yep.
Um, but Harper is still doing Harper things. She's looking like a
Dresses better
badass.
now.
Yeah, she did dress a lot better. She's got longer hair. Um, and then now we get new characters. There's a which the episode this episode is titled PayPal on Bukkake.
Yeah.
So industry is not for the faint of heart. There's more sex and like softcore porn. Um, it's it's very fast paced. It's very specific dialogue to the investment
Ooh,
industry.
right
So
over my head.
even if you pay attention, and if even if you're in that world, sometimes you may miss stuff. But it's fantastic. It's I mean, it's just like high energy. It's like it's smart, good writing, fast paced. Well, it's what Landman is, except it's got amazing writing and
Yeah.
story. And this year they brought in um uh Charlie Heaton, who's Jonathan Byers on Stranger Things, plays a tech journalist. Um Cal Penn, and then the guy from Social Network are co-founders of a company called Tender, which is basically like the PayPal for like the English version of OnlyFans. It's called
Okay.
something else in the show,
Yeah.
but they're basically the monetary platform for like, and it really, and the episode focuses on like, and it's a very current event in the UK. They have these like, they're implementing these like privacy laws around like these like OnlyFans type sites and porn sites, and um so they put a lot of more stricter regulations, and so it's kind of going through the first episode of that, and like, this company Tender that's like involved with the payment structure, and Calpen is great in it so far. And so yeah, we get to see Eric is back, and then the degenerate that's wife got her head blown off.
Yes.
He's back this year, and Harper is using him for something. Rishi,
Really?
Rishi,
That's it. Yeah.
uncut Rishi. That's what the episode of, I know, season two, or maybe where he was like, you know buying drugs and in debt and doing all this stuff of the uncut Rishi episode. Um, but he's back, and I haven't seen Rob. Yasmin's of course back, and she's planning her wedding to Kit Harington. So yeah, it's one of my favorite shows. Conrad K and Mickey Down were on Bloomberg
Hmm.
like a couple weeks ago. Um, I have that in the background while I work from home. And one day I was sitting there, and it's like, coming up next, Mickey Down and Conrad K from the creators of Industry. And I'm texting Blanca because she was in town and I was at the condo, and it's like, hey, like, uh, these guys are about to be on Bloomberg, so we should turn it on, and we watched it. And those guys are fantastic, and they were in like the investment banking industry, and they're really like into current events, and they kind of like, are focused in each season um on kind of what's in the, when they're recording, or when they're you know
Yeah,
in
filming.
the
Yeah.
filming the season. It's usually, it may be like a year behind, but it's pretty
Pretty
relevant
relevant.
with what's
Yeah.
going on. So um it's one of my favorite shows. I think it's always made my top 10, like, since we started podcasting, when it's come out in the year.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's very intense, and there was some scenes. The opening scene. Is that where you stopped it after the opening, where like Jonathan Byers was like stalking the girl through the club, and you're
Yeah.
like, what is this Industry?
Yeah, like
It's a,
yeah, I made it through like the intro where like yeah, like Jonathan but Charlie Heaton is like stalking
yeah,
Kiernan Shipka, who's
yeah,
Don Draper's daughter
yeah.
in Mad Men.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah, long way, long way. Um and then yeah, and then we got to see Harper and her new like cape and attitude
yeah.
coming to the office, which looked very European, but I can't remember. I thought she was in New York, but maybe not.
No, she's still in the UK. So
Okay.
I think Pierpoint was moving to New York, and we
Uh
haven't seen Pierpoint yet. I mean, or they were closing the London office and only staying in and so like Eric is retired, living somewhere in this episode. But you don't see any Pierpoint presence yet. in New
Yeah.
York or anywhere. Um, so it'll be interesting if that comes into play in season two, or if it's more they're just more because I don't even really know who's left at Pierpoint. Because
After
Piper's
they
not,
got taken
Eric's
over by the
not.
Saudis,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. So and we didn't see Rob, and then Rishi's obviously not, and then Yasmin is in the UK. And, I don't didn't talk about her work at all. So it'll be very interesting to see where they go
Yep.
and um, how the season shapes out. But it was a banger, the first episode.
Yeah, it's
I've
gonna
got to
be
go back
good.
and watch it because it's a lot of dialogue
Yeah.
around what's happening in you know investment banking and a lot in the UK. So
Yeah. I got to go back and watch and finish watching it. Yeah, I think I made it like 8, 10 minutes in, and
yeah,
I didn't have any bandwidth to watch it. It was just like
yeah,
all like to quote McConaughey from like Wolf of Wall Street, like above the shoulders, like mustard shit. Like I was like,
yeah,
it was like way too
yeah,
much. I have to do it when I got the mindset. Banger show, but it's on another
yeah,
level. It's like
yeah,
Succession, like times three, like in
yeah,
terms of detail. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Um, yeah, so nothing else on industry. So I think the last thing before we wrap up, um, we should I kind of went through today of what we're looking forward to in 2026. We talked a little bit about The Pit. Season two just started. Fallout, which is about halfway done. Landman, which is ending. Industry, which is just starting. We have some shows, some January, February shows that are about to come out, and into April too. So we have the
yes.
Ponies comes out January 15th, um, which is like the like wives of these like two wives that are supposed like secret agents or something, spies. Or I was reading about it today, but it looks really good.
That's the
Um,
one with the Queen of Dragons and then
yes.
the secretary for what's her name in the White Lotus that gets offed.
Oh
Tanya.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Tanya's
Yeah.
secretary. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Portia.
Portia. Yeah, yeah. So
Uh,
it's an interesting cast. Yeah.
yeah. And then we have The Beauty, which is a Ryan Murphy show with Evan Peters. Um, we have those are January 15th and 21st. The Night of the Seven Kingdoms comes
Mm.
out January 18th, which Duncan the is like Duncan the Egg. Is that the same one? But it looks like it'll be interesting. Shrinking season three.
Can't wait.
January 28th. Very, very good show. Very emotional, but also funny.
Yep.
Um, and then in February, we have Paradise season two,
Can't wait for
coming
that.
out February 23rd. And Your Friends and Neighbors, so John Hamm, April 3rd.
Mm.
And The Boys season five, the final season of The Boys on April 8th. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. I like pretty much binge that until season four.
Yep.
And then it seems like it's been a while since The Boys have been out. Um, and then there's a whole slate of TVA shows for this year. And I thought Euphoria had a date, but I couldn't find it. But Euphoria season three, The Bear season five, Three Body Problems season two, Beef season two, House of Dragons season three, Ted Lasso season four, Rooster with Steve Carell and some other folks. I think I've seen the trailer on HBO a few times. Blade Runner 2099 looks interesting. Um, so a lot of good content. I mean, I think right through that list and with what we're currently watching, it's like 19 shows, and that's just like, I mean, there's some TBDs in there, but I mean, there's about 13 high quality shows like through the beginning of April that
Oh
we're
yeah.
going to be watching. So, and we're missing some too. There's going to be another Monsters on Netflix, like the Ed Gein story, but this
Oh,
is Lizzie Borden that's coming
oh,
out this year. Um, Ryan Murphy does those as well. So I'm a big
like
fan of
that.
Ryan Murphy. I never finished Ed Gein, but I really Lizzie Borden one seems pretty cool. So I think there's a lot, and I'm sure I'm missing stuff, and there's going to be stuff that pops up. But
Yeah,
um,
hopefully, I think they're supposed to start filming Shogun season 2 this year at some point.
oh yeah,
I don't know
well
that we'll
we're
get
gonna have
that this year.
we're gonna have slow horses too.
Yeah, Slow Horses, yeah.
You know,
Um, I read Severance isn't supposed to start production until like April, so don't expect that until 2030.
yeah, I guarantee we won't get a Severance until probably the end of 2027. I
I
would be
believe it.
shocked if we get
Totally
anything
believe it.
before that.
And then a show that Jackie and I watched is getting its second season on February 11th is Cross, which is Alex Cross, which is the Morgan Freeman played him in the movies a couple of times. It's about a detective in Washington D.C. who like profiles serial killers. The first season was incredible. It's on Prime.
Mm,
And the second season's
okay.
coming out, so it's worth a watch. Yeah, that's coming.
Yeah, and there's some other shows I saw in there that I don't watch, like The Lincoln Lawyer season 4
Yeah,
and The Witcher, and um, it seems like a good slate of shows
yeah. There's
for
tons of
this
stuff coming.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're
may
back in full content
yeah may
mode.
it may be the best year of TV coming up. We got Euphoria coming back, and that and The Boys. I watched Paradise late. That would have made my top 10 in the first half of the year. Whenever we did that, I
Yeah,
watched it late. That show's phenomenal. I can't wait for season 2.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, yeah, because now we got we're where's it? How that's also a show that could go, and because the one guy is going out to look for his wife, right? So
yep,
now you get kind of a split. And Stranger Things went through that problem too. Whenever they went to California, and then Hop was in Russia, and um, half the crew was in California, the other half was still in Hawkins. It gets a little disjointed when everybody's spread out and how you tie those stories together. And so it will be interesting because I mean, Paradise also was not on my radar when it came out.
yeah,
Random people was telling me about it, and like it's just fascinating. So
yeah.
some of the best TV that of the year. So
Sterling K. Brown is by far one of the most underrated actors right now, and
yeah,
guy's
yeah,
amazing. Yeah,
yeah. So
but
yeah,
yeah,
we haven't potted in a month, over a month, but we definitely went above and beyond our time today. So
yeah, breaking the
that was
rust
good.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It's like you know, we first game of the season, a little rusty,
yeah,
but felt good to be back on the pitch.
yeah. No, it's good.
So
You got to call a run play to get the jitters out, get that first hit. So yeah, I think that was good. I think we have got a lot of good TV shows ongoing, coming to an end. We talked about the shows we forgot to talk about. And tune in next week. I mean, we're going to be talking about the top 10 of 2025. And I made my list today, and it's a banger. I'm sure I'm going to flip flop some here or there. And it'll be interesting to see where the pit lands on your list, because it's going to be fun.
yeah,
So we'll be
no,
talking about
it's
that. We'll be talking about Landman finishing. In industry taking off. I mean, that show I think is just getting started, and it's only
yeah.
season 3. So, yeah. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Look, next week, top 10 and best of 2025. So those are always our favorite. We get a lot of I was asked over the break and when we saw friends and family, like when that was coming out. So I think it's a good for those, who don't listen regularly. That's a good check-in. I, know a lot of people that like I don't listen much, but I do listen to your mid-year and end of year because that's how I know what shows to watch.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
um, I think that's these are our favorite ones to do pretty much, and so we look forward to that next week and seeing where everything lands. I mean,
yeah,
as always, you and I have like some things we don't watch that the other watches, and then you know, I think we're this year we may be a little more similar, I think, than
I think our
we
list
have
is
been
going to
in the
be
past,
pretty
but
close to the
uh,
same shows.
on
Yeah,
some of the rankings. So, I mean, I think there's some universally like shows that are, I mean, there's like probably 6 or 7 shows that are going to be in there for sure in our
yeah,
top tens each. So, but
definitely. Yeah. So tune in for the top 10, rethinking how we do that, thinking if we do it like a draft contest somehow. I want to get like blank names on the board and then we reveal. I'm working on it. So
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So yeah, tune in next week. We'll be talking more about industry, Landman, and then the top 10 of 2025 because it was a banger year. So yeah, tune in next week. Check out the podcast platforms. Check out YouTube. We also post our mugs on YouTube where we do show our faces. So check that out. And tune in next week, as cousin likes to say.
Peace.